不行，眼线我自己要摘。They're all female.
Sorry.
Hey, it's Aaron. Go on. Thank you. Awesome. The gatekeeper. First time I've seen those kind of pumpkins. Pumpkin. What is wrong with that? So you know what turn down your food. No. Ooh, look at that cottage. Pretty bad. How do they want you? Oh, the high. Horseshoe.
One of my favourite paths at Hobbiton, you get that nice view all the way up to Bilbo's house up the top there. Big green door, home to Frodo and Bilbo Baggins. Now like I said when I was talking about the different size hobbit hole doors, when it came to Bilbo and Frodo's house up the top there, they actually created two different doors. They created a large one for of course the hobbit characters, and they created a small one for Gandalf. Stood next to it, but you can see gigantic compared to the little hobbit home is supposed to be. a lot of movie magic. It's my job today to ruin the movie magic, but of course, acknowledge you on how they did all the time. Now guys, just right here we are standing in the dell. Now the dell here has 9 hobbit holes, its own vegetable garden, pond, and then woodcutters just across the pond as well. Now they actually had the New Zealand Army, about 87 men, come down, help construct the whole set, build the hobbit holes, and even made this little pond here behind me. They put water in it, and they also put frogs in there, which was their first mistake, because every time they would come down doing filming, they'd have to listen back to all the audio that they recorded, of course, with the actors, and all they could hear in the background was these obnoxious, croaking frogs. So what the crew had to do in the early hours of the morning, 4 o'clock, was go knee-deep into the water, scoop up all the frogs, run them all the way to the back to a separate pond, place them down and call that their new home. Now what they didn't realise about those stubborn frogs was they didn't want that pond out the back there, they wanted this one right here in the centre of Hobbiton. So during the night they ran all the way back and started croaking in the morning again. So the crew went back and forth with those frogs for about a week until they decided they needed a new game plan. So what they did was they got one of the extras, they dressed them up as a hobbit, put some big hairy feet on them, sat them right next to the pond here with a bag of pebbles. Now what this extra would do was grab a handful of pebbles, chuck them into the pond, it would scare the frogs and they'd go hide in the reeds. So they got about 15 to 20 minutes silence. Of course, if you go back and watch any of the scenes of the dell here, you'll see that little hobbit sitting right next to the pond chucking pebbles in. That's to keep those obnoxious frogs quiet when filming. So you're more than welcome to try to stop that when you go back and watch it. Now guys, just as we are here as well, you guys look all around, high on the hills, down below, even behind you. I'd like to see if you guys could spot the one artificial tree, the one fake tree. Now this tree here is completely fake, has no real roots in the ground. It's only made out of materials such as steel, silicone, and expanding foam. So on the count of 3, I want you guys to point to which tree you think is the artificial tree. Usually around 30% of people get this right on my tour. So if you guys get it right, then you have a good eye for details. So ready, 1, 2, could be behind you, I could be and 3. Oh, I feel like some of us must have a good eye for detail. So if any of you guys, which I think a few of you are, pointing to the tree right on top of the hill there, above the famous green door on top of Dagging, that tree up there is completely fake. Completely fake. Has 200,000 hand-wired leaves into it. It took about 7 to 9 months to make. They repainted all those leaves 3 separate times because Peter Jackson thought they weren't the right tint of green. They imported all leaves from Taiwan as well, and they put mold and other oak trees to give it that wood texture. It only shows the 20 seconds in the film. It shows the amount of detail that they did into the set. So guys, we are going to make our way just around the dell here, and then slowly we'll start making our way up the hill.
I have a friend who has a family. His friend has a friend, and his friend has a friend. Parents. And that parents is from somewhere. That somewhere from that somewhere from that time. And that person is the president of the United States. Bro, I'm gonna pop my teeth.
No, don't open. I would do.
Now, just as everyone's finishing up their photos, we're going to go inside a hobbit hole, which is actually just up the hill here. It's called the Painter's Hobbit Hole. It's a big red door. And like I said, the reason why it's so special is because it's everyone's favourite. It's the one you can go inside, take some photos, stick your head around the corner. It's always good fun. But I do have to destroy some dreams today and break some hearts. You will open that door. You're going to look inside. You're going to have a good look and you're going to see absolutely nothing. There's all the interior shots, all the shots done inside the hobbit holes were actually all done in studios down in Wellington. They create different size studios and different size props just to make it seem as though Gandalf, if everything was tinier, he made him seem so much larger. And of course, if you had the normal size hobbits, they had everything pretty much just to their scale. So it looked as though they were the right size for their little holes. But of course, when we do get up there, we will be able to trick your friends and family still that you went inside a glorious hobbit hole. But the interior pretty much just looks like a retaining wall with a little bit of dirt on the ground. Don't worry, I can hear some hearts breaking. Mine did as well when I first opened the door. But don't worry, we can still get some great photos for you guys by your professional photographer here. So you guys can hand me all your cameras, all your phones, and we'll snap some nice group photos for you guys once we do get to the Painter's Hobbit Hole. But for now, we're going to start making our way just up the hill here. The best views are from the top, so make sure once you get up there, you have a good look over to your left. You'll see the whole of Hobbiton and the Green Dragon down below. So if you're ready, we're going to start making our way up the hill.
It's a terrible hobbit.
All day. The entire day we want to hammer for all the characters.
It's a noose.
Well, who knew it meant that? Oh, like that. So, can you hold it? What's the chainsaw? I want to hide right there.
Hey, well,
I know. Really sweet. And then you go in. You never saw it. I think you're going to get it. Amazing one flipping this. Oh, yeah.
I'm just going at the rock, like...
Did she?
Yeah.
Yep, so we're technically related.
No, well, actually we are, technically.
Even untechnically.
Actually, technically.
don't let him guess what.
I don't know. Couldn't see it.
Could see.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm taking all the photos.
Here we go. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1.
So my lovely group is just gonna stay back here. Hey guys, hey my team, we're gonna stay back here. Oh, that one there is with me. A year. No, they said a year. There's a bee on my bag. My lovely people, you can take all your photos here at the famous Bilbo Baggins Hobbit Hole 1 minute. Start slowly making your way down the hill here, guys.
Comment?
One of my favourite hobbit holes here with all the flowers.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Each hobbit hole has around 20 to
Good, Anna.
catch up, but you're more than welcome to take a drink out of the fountain, take a seat.
Go on. It's being filmed right now. How many groups do you get through a day?
We do around 100.
Do you guys have like irrigation and all that kind of stuff to make it green? Cause
No, this is actually all the gardeners.
oh, okay.
So we go around, well, there's 15 full-time gardeners. They work obviously every day.
Yeah.
They pretty much water the grass, hoses, sprinklers, everything. Yeah.
Because it's so dry in here.
12.5 acres we have here. And you think 15 full-time gardeners going around watering with it.
Big job.
Yeah, they do a great job. Keeping it green, because you can tell the difference out there.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah. We'll crowd the shade just for a quick moment. You can see down here, this is our famous party field where Bilbo has his big extravagant birthday party, standing 111. They spent about 3 nights filming here. And the first night there's a little complication that actually happened. You guys maybe remember Bilbo who's saying a big speech to everyone. And during that speech they come out with this massive cake with 111 candles on it. There's a little problem with that. The cake was actually made out of polystyrene. So you can imagine 111 lit candles and a polystyrene cake. What could possibly go wrong? So when he's saying a speech to everyone, you can actually see a little bit of smoke lingering in the side there. That's because by the end of that scene, the whole cake had burnt down to a crisp. There was nothing left of it by the end of that scene. The reason why they actually used that clip in the film was because they thought he was doing such a great job at saying his lines that they just cropped out the burning cake next to him and they carried on with the scene. If you actually go back and watch it, you'll see a few reactions in the audience kind of thinking, are we supposed to stop filming right now? But they carried on with the scene, and sadly there was no cake for the hobbits by the end of that party, so keep an eye out for the smoke on the side there. And also just over here you'll see a yellow hobbit hole door. A few of you over there might just see a big tree right here. But there's a yellow hobbit hole door right over there. Now that's where a famous hobbit lives, who I consider the hero of the film. Does anyone want to try guess? Oh, I can hear it already. Want to say it a bit louder? There we go, the famous Samwise Hobbit lives in that big yellow door over there, the hero of the film, I personally think, but I could be a bit biased, he is personally my favourite character. But we are going to make our way around to the party field, and then we'll get some nice photos in front of Sam's before we do head up to the Green Dragon. But we do have to make our way past the cheese maker. If you like cheese, this could be your favourite hobbit hole. We'll start making our way around.
How long have you been working here?
I've been working here for a good year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Old times. Yes. I'm
So you live in
Oh, yeah. Even if you haven't read the book, so you haven't seen the film, you come here and you can take some of the photos.
Yeah. No, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's characters on one level. Instant, I'm like, irrigation. It's gotta be irrigation.
Yeah, you think like roll out grass and fake grass and hard work. The only grass you walk. So you guys are more than welcome to go on the seesaws, play with the games if you'd like, play with the maypole. Reaction when all the kids come running out. So yeah, it's good fun to go back and watch that.
already. Emmy, Emmy, Emmy.
Very good, actually. Do you want to go sit outside or inside, Sean?
Ginger beer. Thank you. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.